Welcome to Falcon Online Part 1. We're going to give you an overview of some features that you might not find elsewhere. When you go to Falcon Online, you can visit the Falcon Online support widget that has a link for help videos that give you general ideas of how to use the different features and functions. You'll find those same videos if you click on the Help and Resources tab in the navigation bar. In the overview we're doing here, we're going to give you some more specific features like how you know that the work you submitted went through and how to read the comments and feedback that your instructor provides you. So you're already here, but let's explain how you can get to Falcon Online a couple of different ways. You can always go to our college's homepage, and when you go there, you can just type right in class.daytonastate.edu. You can do that from any page, even Google homepage, and it will then get you directly to the Falcon Online site. You can bookmark it and save it so you always know how to get there. If you don't remember that, or if you bookmark it and you're now using a different computer, you also have a couple other options. You can go into your My Daytona State student portal, which we'll show you in a moment, or you can click on the online distance education link on the home page as well. There's also a help option on the college's homepage and your My Daytona State portal that provides you a number of resources, videos, and handouts that can help you with most technical questions you might have should you encounter them. This is what that help page looks like, and it gives you not only their contact information, but again, tutorials, videos, etc. One thing we'd like to encourage you to do early is under Manage Your Password to create your hint questions. Should you have any problems with your login or your password, this helps you become more self-sufficient by just answering the question to your hint question so you don't have to contact anybody else to get into your account. When you get to the login page, this is a single sign-on. You'll get this same single sign-on whether you're trying to get into the My Daytona State portal or the Falcon Online classes. So depending which page you chose is where you're going to end up. Here we're going to show you your student portal. So when you log in, you use your username, which is the beginning of your email that you were issued by the college. And your password is the format that is given in the example. It's capital D, small sc, and then the first 2 digits in the month and day of your birth date, and the last 2 digits of the year, and the last 5 digits of your social security number. You also have the link to get to your help page should you be locked out or have any other password issues. Once you successfully put your information in, you want to hit sign in. You'll get to the portal, which is your student portal. This is not your classes yet. Remember, if you want to go directly to the classes, class.daytonastate.edu. You get to your classes from the portal by either choosing My Class Access or taking classes online, which will then get you to the Falcon Online homepage. Remember, you always have that help option on your navigation bar in your portal as well. So let's get into the class. Every class has a course shell, which basically houses the information for that course. So we'll use this example of Ellie as our student, and this is a home page. It has a mini bar that has a way for you to get to your course homepage and all of your other courses. When you go to My Home, it is your home page for all of your classes. When you go to select a course, it's going to have all the courses you're currently enrolled in that pop up in a list. They're the same list that will appear under the My Courses widget. When you go under your name, you have some options for your profile, your notifications, your settings, etc. Let's look at profile. This is where you can upload a picture, put some other information in. You may find some instructors asking you to put a picture like this, a headshot where it's easily recognizable, not only so they can recognize you in a face-to-face class, but in an online class, it helps build a sense of community. So make sure again that you update this and hit save and close. Under notifications, you'll get to a page where you can set reminders of emails or texts about various aspects of the class. There's also something called Pulse, which is an app you can download to your smartphone or your smart device, which is very user-friendly, and it's the same idea, but students love it and they live by it. Look at the different aspects of the notifications and how you can set it up. You may want to pause and read through this so you can get more information. In your account settings, you'll see that you can not only set up elements that will help you with the functioning of your computer and how to make it work best with the technology of the online course, but you'll also see that you can do master settings for your discussions. Maybe you want to do particular things that are true for every discussion in this class and others. You can do this individually in the discussions area, but if you want the same settings for every discussion, you can do it here and it carries through. You can also always click on these little question marks that give you other little tidbits of information. In your email option under account settings, you can put a signature and you can customize that as well. Getting back to the home page in the mini bar, you'll see that there is that Help and Resources tab, and you can see that not only are there videos there, but you can do a system check on your computer to make sure you have the right plugins and that it will operate properly. Now these little squares that you see are known as widgets, and they house all different kinds of information. You have them not only on your home screen for Falcon Online, but within your classes as well. You have the My Courses widget, and if you click on a particular class, that's how you'll get to that class. So clicking there, we got to Managing Your Success, Section 131A. If your instructor asks you for your section, you can always find it right at the top there. Again, you can see that your course has a number of different widgets, and every instructor will be different. So realize that the classes are going to look different, and you might have to navigate through each course differently. Again, there's a number of different things in your mini bar, in the navigation bars. Take a look at them and make sure that you have set your settings the way that you'd like. The navigation bars, again, might be unique to instructor. Make sure you know how they have it set up and where to get your information. So take a look at these, pause this to see what you might find in a navigation bar. When we talk about the assignment folder, we are in the midst of updating this presentation. You may see in the background something reading Dropbox instead of assignment. So please realize that anytime you see Dropbox or hear Dropbox, that we're going through a language change and it's either assignment or assignment folder. This is where you're going to turn in most of your work. You will find things like worksheets and handouts and such in those assignment folders, although you will have other assignments like quizzes and discussions. This is what your assignment folder list looks like. So you'll see a number of them listed if your instructor has more than one, and we'll go over the various information you see. You'll see the name of the actual assignment folder. You'll also see a due date, and you don't want to wait until the due date to submit your work. You want to do it early so that you don't have any problems with technical issues or last-minute questions with an instructor. So look at that due date, make sure that you're doing things well ahead of it. You'll see if it has been scored, what your instructor put in as your grade. You'll be able to verify that you actually did submit something and that it went through successfully, which we'll also show you in a moment. You'll see if your instructor gave you valuable feedback. Remember, this might be comments, but they might have also provided you an attachment or made comments on an attachment you provided as well. Remember, all of your work is time and date stamped, so you can't fudge when you turn things in. Some instructors allow late submissions, and it will actually show in bright red that it was turned in late and how late it actually is. When you actually click on an assignment folder, it will have this option at the top there where it'll say show folder information or hide folder information. You always want it to say show folder information because some instructors add additional feedback and instruction there. For example, this is what it looks like if someone puts in a big message. We'll show you that on a bigger screen here in a moment. Here you can see open directions at the top there. On the page, you'll also find the start date, the deadline date, the same attachments that you saw in the assignment folder list. And again, these usually are instructions and worksheets that you need to read and work through and then submit. This is where you would submit your files, where you add them, which would be uploading your work, and where you'll submit them. So here's a close-up of that. You'll see where you add a file and submit. When you hit add a file, you'll get a screen that looks like this. You can either choose from My Computer and pull it from your desktop, your hard drive, the cloud, your thumb drive, wherever it might be. If you are using a current version of Firefox and Chrome, then you can just drag that file from the location into that box. It will turn green like that, and then it will release the file and show you that it's been uploaded. Same will be true if you clicked upload and chose it from another location. Simply hit add, and it will then put it into the assignment folder. You don't have to put comments in there, but you may want to if maybe you accidentally submitted the wrong assignment or couldn't delete the folder or delete the assignment. You might want to say, please grade this version, etc. Once you're ready, you hit submit. Then that will show you the page where it's been submitted, when it was submitted, and it will tell you that you got a confirmation email sent successfully. Hit done, and then you can see all of the information. Again, double check that it says submissions, and you'll also notice once it's closed, it's bright red like that and shows you it's closed. So hopefully you have that email now in your Falcon Mail email, and it will actually say assignment folder submission receipt, not Dropbox. And this is what it'll look like. So you'll know you have it. You don't need to print this. We suggest that you save it so that if you ever have to document that with your instructor, you can forward them the email or forward the help desk that email if it's not showing as a submission or if there's an issue. Again, we also suggest that you create a folder in your email, maybe call it online submissions or homework submissions. That way, every time you get one of those emails, you can just drag it into that folder. You know exactly where it is and you can find it easily. That way, you click on that folder, you see that email in there, and you have that documentation immediately accessible to you should you need it. Going back to the assignment folders, then you can see here that you have your score. You can see that you need to check some feedback. Your instructor left you some kind of comment. So that's where you're going to be able to see any kind of information they're sharing with you. Now, this is what those little icons mean. The top envelope icon means that your instructor hasn't even looked at it yet. The bottom one shows that it has been retrieved, but it might not be graded yet. So that's something that you might need to be patient with. Again, if you see the grade, they obviously did grade it. And if there's any feedback, you see the box where it shows you feedback. Again, you can click done and it gives you everything you need. Make sure that you watch part 2 of Falcon Online preview so that you can get more information that we can share to make you the most successful student possible.